be interesting. One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
All right.
Starting
Deep breath. Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy?
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
I'm not sure this is the right spot. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I have a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting. I can't imagine starting a new school this late.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Potato! Lumos. Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. Your class is to attend.
Revelio. Revelio.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Make your point!
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think Accio stones if you... Excellent. Not to worry. Accio. That's it! Don't lose your composure. Splendid! Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Excellent control there.
Misha. That is how it's done. Well done. Watch this. There we go.
That's it! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Splendid!
Here we go. That is how it's done. Nicely done. Misha. Phew.
Excellent control there. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you
you're
would.
so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, An outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Really?
Hello. How's your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
해줬나? 안 자라? 안 자라?
See how the dummy deflected your cast. This time,
안 자라?
Levioso
잠을 안 자나?
then the basic cast.
해야지.
Remember,
이거 하고.
Now, the
오.
basic cast.
노란색.
Now, the basic cast. Well done.
그거 뭐 어차피 플라이 타임도 별로 안 긴 거 별로 안 긴 거 아니야?
Way to practice is by duel.
플라이 타임 별로 안 긴 걸로 알고 있는데. 아 근데 잠이 넘어가지고 못하겠다.
Proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair
플스는
using only Levioso,
플스는 캠 연결 안 되잖아.
and Protego. You may begin.
어이 방어 어떻게 하더라?
This should be easy.
Leviosa, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Stupid. Leviosa, you're good. Now perceptive.
컴퓨터에 연결하면 귀찮은데 글자도 못 보는데 글도 못 보는데.
I do, John. Leviosa, my students with a Watch your opponents for signs to attack
이익나?
or defend yourself.
아 잠이 너무 온다.
You give as good as you get.
컴퓨터로. 근데 그 캠 화질 장난 아닌데 엄청 좋던데. 플스 5용 캠을 살까? 그러면?
Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
플스 5도 카메라 있던데. 뭔지 알겠나?
I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can.
이게 아니 이제 이렇게 PC로 연결 플스 5 자체에서 방송을 지원하잖아. 근데 이제 PC에서 연결을 하면은 그 내 대화가 이 화면에 안 떠가지고 이렇게 지금 대화하는 것도 지금 플스 5 화면에 떠서 뭐 하는데 PC로 하면은 안 보여가지고.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
뭐 어차피 뭐 오는 사람도 없지
Talking
뭐.
about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps
아니
this wasn't
니도
your
해봐라.
first
그게
duel.
쉽지 아니 게임 화면을 보고 있는데 딴 데 화면 보고 할 틈이 어딨노?
I've dueled enough.
뭐
Considering
이렇게 뭐 대화하는 거야 보지.
Fair enough. You
내
owe me an
게임할
honest
화면에
duel
그게
reward.
떠야지 그게 보기 쉽다니까.
You
이거
might
보자,
be
이거 보고,
perfect
이거
fit
보고,
for
이거 보고.
certain exclusive,
이 롤할 때도 막 그렇게
unsanctioned
보면서
dueling
할래?
organization.
Exclusive
뭐 말인지
and
알겠나?
unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're
아
going to need
이게 또 마구
to break the
자야겠다.
rules now.
잠이 너무 온다.
Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted
아니
section of the
컴퓨터는
library,
좋은 거
you
좋은 거
just
있는데
have
왜?
to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned.
아니
We'll see if your
컴퓨터
performance today was sheer
조립하는데 뭐
luck
며칠이면 되는
or
몇 시간이면 되는데 왜 이렇게 늦게
Hopefully you can
해주노?
battle me
그
at
아는
the top
사람한테
tower entrance.
그 부탁했나?
If you're interested.
어?
Till next time.
캐스트 끝났나? 캐스트가 생각보다 금방 끝났는데. 아 수세.
Lumos.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
어? 이 마크는
Revelio.
어쩌는 거지?
Levioso. Lumos. Accio.
어쩌는 거예요?
Revelio. Accio.
어쩌는 거야?
Lumos. Levioso.
뭐 그래픽 그래 좋진 않다. 호라이즌 제로 던보다는 좋진 않다. 근데 이거 뭐 어떻게 하란 말이고 이거. 아니 이거는 뭐 어떻게 뭐 하는 거지? 나중에 할 수 있나? 알았어요. 맞는 마법 있나? 녹색 뿌리는 뭐지? 튜토리얼 같은 거 없나? 뭐 가이드 이런 거 없어? 뭐 팁? 팁 이런 거 있어야 되는데. 인벤토리 컬렉션 챌린지 오늘 입하겠다. 지금 이게 전체 진척도다. 지금 총 3% 진행했다. 이거 그냥 무시하러 가면 되나? 내가 갖고 있는 마법 다 써도 안 되는 거 보면은 뭐 이게 서브퀘스트인가? 아닌데? 새내기지. 이거 뭐지? 이동할 수 있는 거에 녹색불이 들어온 거네. 아, 그럼 이것도 그거네. 이게 뭐 그거 아니고 이거 이동 웨이포인트네. 웨이포인트. 아까 녹색 요 모닥불이더라 이거. 내 갈 수 있는 웨이포인트인 것 같고. 근데 서브퀘스트 열렸다면서. 서브퀘스트는 어떻게 보지? 퀘스트 이건가? 서브퀘스트 열렸다고 막 가이드 해놓고. 이건가? 사이드? 됐다. 약간 쇼커지네. 쇼커 막 이동하는 거? 아, 잠아서 자야 되는데. 졸려서 지금 생각도 안 하는데. 근데 생각보다는 재밌는데 말이 너무 많다. 기숙사는 아까 전에 했는데 그 모자가 해줬는데 그런 정보 없나? 독수리 문장이었는데? 지금 이런 독수리 문장 있잖아 이거. 어디냐면 아이고 잠깐만. 어디냐면 여기 이거 어디 기숙사냐면 호스. 내가 어디 기숙사더라? 이 독수리 문양인데 이게 이름 뭐지? 근데 좀 이따 또 나오겠지. 근데 잠이 너무 와가지고 아, 레이븐클로. 맞다 레이븐클로. 아니 어떻게 아는데? 독수리 문양 레이븐클로? 어떻게 알았지? 네, 이거 캐방에 남는데 한 개 줄까? 보내줄까? 비싼 건데. 오래 쓰던 것도.
Can I help you?
내용을 좀 좋아하는구나.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts.
결투 서브퀘스트인가 보다.
Must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine
잠깐만.
two.
너
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a
아니
prize.
소정이 안 됐는지 한 10시 8시 10시쯤 되면 잠이 너무 온다. 그래가지고
Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
그날도 10시에 자고 어제도
In cross wands,
지금 11시까지 있는 건 처음인 것 같다. 이번
the
주.
first time I'll pair you with Sebastian.
아,
Next
너무
time,
잠온다.
you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
아까 그 서브퀘스트 안 했으면 오늘 할 일은 다 했는데 아, 잠이 너무 오는데. 오케이 도와줘 지금 잠을 죽겠는데. 2대2? 아, 이 아줌마가 엄청 못되게 생겼다. 씨. 부양마와 노란 방울을 부술 수 있습니다. 방금 뭐 부순 거지? 뭐 어떻게 부양마법이 레버스 같은 제어마법은 노란색 방울을 부술 수 있습니다. 대상 장검장의 저양을 쇼게도 장검 상태에서 R로 할 수 있습니다. 노란 방울 같은 거 안 보이는데? 그래. 아무도 아니네. 이렇게 하면 때리고 올리고 때리고 뭐 이게? 아, 잠깐만. 진짜 이거 뭐 인스타 보캐스트 동안 진짜 자야겠다. 3일은 지금 거의 반 수면 상태라고 했다. 내가 지금 무슨 말 하고 있는지 모르겠다. 눈이 너무 감겨가지고 혹시나 하다가 게임 진행 안 되고 답도 없고 하면은 내가 지금 게임하다 게임하다 자세로 누구 자는지 알아. 아, 잠이 너무 온다. 이제 가야겠다. 이제 진짜 뭐 하는 거 있지? 진짜 잔다. 잘 자라. 내일은 출근해야 되는데 내일 복귀 전이 언제고? 내일 밀라고 복귀 전이 언제고? 누구? 아니 회사 가서는 괜찮고 회사 가서는 괜찮고 지금 밤 일찍 이거 뭐고 씨. 밤 일찍 잠이 온다 이 말이지 뭐 한 10시쯤 되면은 잠이 오고 태어나고 왔을 때 내 퇴근 내일 늦을지도 모르는데 또 비슷한 시간 될 것 같은데요. 내 복귀 전 해야지. 그래서 캠 보내주라고? 비싼 건데 보내줄까? 야 이거 내 와이프가 호그와트 좋아해가지고 와이프 시켜주려고 샀는데 이거 와이프 했었으면은 이거 아무것도 못할 것 같은데 이 컨트롤 하겠나 이래가지고 와이프 시켜주려고 샀다고. 요새 이거 지금 여자들한테 인기라는데? 구경하면 뭐가 재밌노? 안 그래도 게임 별로 안 좋아하는데. 아, 참아. 나 진짜 잔다. 내일 8시, 아니, 내일 9시. 늦으면 9시. 구경하는 거. 뭐 요새 뭐 그래 내같이 게임을 이렇게 재밌게 하면은 보는 게 재밌을 수도 있지. 그래 내일 내가 한 빨리 마치면 9시까지 올 것 같으니까 9시에 딱 한 판 할 테니까 기다리고 있어라 알겠나? 그래 요걸 해봐 요거. 그냥 이렇게 오는 거네 그거네. 근데 아까 전에 여기 보기에는 저 이렇게 막 뭐 찾아야 되고 하더라고 이런 거. 아까 전에 찾았는데 그래서 아까 해봤지 뭐 이런 걸 문서로 찾아야 된다던데. 그냥 지나가는 길에 이거 뜨겠지 이거 아이템 있다고. 아무튼 내일 그 시간에 보자. 나 잠온다. 미칠 것 같아. 안녕. 끈다.